Welcome to TerryWilson3.com, home of TW3. Are you ready to take your money, business, and life to the next level? You are worth more, and you're about to hear how and why. So buckle up and listen up as we journey to the next level. Please welcome your guys to reach your goals, the TW3 family.
Here's your host, Terry Wilson.
5:45. Riders needed. Attention, riders. Are you a rider? Then your services are needed, and they pay up to $40 an hour. These are all remote work from home opportunities that you can apply for over at TerryWilson3.com/rider. That's TerryWilson3.com/rider. And today's podcast is all about writing, all about making money from home with the written word. You know, a lot of times people, when they hear about work from home opportunities and entrepreneurialism, they naturally associate the ability to sell with that. And quite frankly, I would argue, it is my contention, that everything in life is dependent upon some degree of selling yourself, putting your brand, your value, your thing that you do in the best light in the world, so that those who need, want, desire, and can afford whatever it is that you do, they see clearly, concisely, because of your presentation, what you do. So you'll never, ever, as long as you live, if you have a 9-to-5 pencil pushing behind a desk in a cubicle job, you still have to sell yourself to your middle management, your ownership, your colleagues, that you are a person that should be respected, should be well paid, whatever it is. So to the extent of that, yeah, you can't get away from sales. But if you don't want to work in a situation where you're constantly talking to people and you're having to close someone, that's a thing that some people just don't get. Well, here is a way that you can make money on your terms, working from home on your schedule. Starting out, you don't have to do this, cold turkey, quit your job and start this. No. Just work that side hustle, because I'm telling you, now more than ever, with the state of the economy, the state of our politics, the state of the world, with all of this looming talk of a pending inflationary thing that's going to set off a harsh downturn in the economy, a contraction, if you will, then now's the best time to start developing other streams of income, just to ward off anything that potentially could happen. And I don't know if it will happen. Who knows? I'm not a soothsayer, a prophet, nor an economist, but I do know this. The good book says to consider the ant. Watch what they're doing, storing away, constantly at work, constantly improving where they live, and working together with their friends and their family and their colleagues to make life better. And so that's what we do. We try to make life better for ourselves and for others. And so if you want a gig that pays up to $40 an hour, if that's something that seems like it's, hey, I could get in on that, then go over to TerryWilson3.com/rider. I can't guarantee this is a fit for you. I can't guarantee that there'll be any movement on this for you, but here's a way that you can apply and see if this is a fit of something that would bring value to you. And if it's not, don't worry about it. We've got other things always that we're recruiting for and trying to help and pass along, okay? But if that's something that you want to look at, go over to TerryWilson3.com/rider and apply for it today. Now, I want to give you 29 ways I feel like that you could start writing right now, as a side hustle, just with some basic tools to get going. And the first one up here, number one, is do what I did. Start a blog. Blogging is a tried and true method for writers to make money online. You may be wondering, is it still possible for a new blogger to make money with all the established blogs already online? And the answer is a overwhelming, resounding yes. Blogging requires dedication and consistency, and it will also take some time for you to blog to gain momentum before you see much income. But it is absolutely 100% totally possible. So if you don't have a blog, you can go to TerryWilson3.com/hosting and we give you WordPress software and some other plugins totally free just for hosting with us. And what does it cost to host with us? What's this exorbitant amount? $10. $10, and you can have a free WordPress software. And then we've got some other website software that you can have, but we prefer WordPress and we recommend WordPress, but there's some other Joomla's on there and some other things if you want to use them instead. But if you go there at terrywilson3.com/hosting, you can start your own blog today, title it whatever you want, have unlimited emails, start collecting client and people that are visiting your blog, collecting, those leads so that you can continue to offer them things. And then maybe you can go over to listgoboom.com and I show you some affiliate offers that you can put on your blog and start making up to $350. So this is all stuff that costs little to nothing. Number one, start a blog. Next, you'll need to pick up your domain name and your site and all that. And you can get that over at terrywilson3.com/hosting. Now, number two, create a blog post for others. Once you get proficient at blogging, let me tell you, one of the things that you'll find is people will want to contact you to start writing for them. As you start creating content, you might have someone in a like industry that is watching what you do and say, hey, man, I'd like, someone to do that for me and I don't have time, but they seem to be able to really talk about insurance products, real estate, wellness products, religion, politics, whatever it is you talk about, write about. You're going to find that as you start building your own blog, you're going to create some buzz around people that are in like industries that might want to hire you out. And you say, well, I ain't got that kind of time. Let me tell you, about 75% of my blog is now written by AI software. Now, it's my ideas. I put in here's the 5 major points. Matter of fact, the content that's written for this podcast was written in AI. Now, I came up with the 1, 2, 3, but all of the language, the words, and I let a robot do that. You can do the same. And matter of fact, you can get the software for a free trial. You can go to terrywilson3.com/copy AI. That's terrywilson3.com/COPYAI. Copy AI. It's robotic software. It's artificial intelligence. You just say, hey, here's the 3 or 4 major points I want to make, and here's the tone that I want to use, and here's some other ideas you might have. You put what you want in, that thing will spit out a book for you if you want. It is so cool. And the more you use it, the more it learns you, your voice, and what you want to portray. And it gets even more sophisticated. So if you're interested in that, it's a free software that you can try out. Go over to terrywilson3.com/copy AI. That will give you software that you can start using for your own blog that you may want to start, and also software if you ever want to start blogging for other people and on their blogs. You can use that to help you sort of scale your ability to put out a lot of content. Number 3, establish a niche website. If you have an interest or expertise in a particular niche, you can start a website dedicated to it. This gives you all the creative control of running your own blog without the pressure of regular posting, although you will need to update the website regularly to keep it fresh and to reach other potential clients. And let me tell you, creating niche websites with your own little blogs over there, I have got 30 some odd websites. Everything from Atlanta Braves to Chicago, the band, to various musicians and sports figures I love, to philosophical and religious blogs, everything that I am passionate about on top of business. I'm over there, I'm writing about, I'm talking about, I'm creating content for. A lot of times it's robotic that helps me scale all of that. And then all I'm doing is putting my offers on there and different things. And I am driving traffic, entertaining, educating, inspiring, hopefully, giving value, giving content, and getting paid by third parties to do it. You can do the same. Number 3, establish a niche website. It's how you do that. Number 4, publish a book. Self-publish a book. I've done 4 of them, and I can tell you it is one of the best ways to get your brand, your business out there. There are self-publishing options for every type of book, from short instructional guides to romance novels to nonfiction. If you've written a book and you're unsure what your next step should be, why not consider self-publishing? And if you need help with that, we have a friend over at turnitintoabook.com, Leslie Graham. turnitintoabook.com. Leslie Graham is the owner and proprietor of that website and service. Let her know that Terry Wilson sent you, and she will take care of you. She's helped me with several of my projects, and she can literally take a recording like a podcast like I do, or webinars I've done, or sermons I've done, or teachings I've done, give her the audio file or the MP4 file, and what does she do? She turns it into a book. She turns it into something that's Kindle ready. She turns it into something that's print ready. She turns it into a book for very, very little money, and her expertise is incredible. So you can go over to turnitintoabook.com and talk to Leslie and tell her Terry sent you. Number 5, create affiliate content. I do that all the time. I'm constantly writing content, creating content about various products, goods, and services that I love, I use, and I get an affiliate offer for. So ever notice how almost every food blogger includes Amazon links to their favorite ingredients and cookware? Why do you think that? Because they're getting an affiliate commission off of that. And if you're an elite member at TW3, you know as well as I do, we can give you referral marketing offers as well. And then they don't even have to make a purchase. It's just they're trying out services. They're trying things out. Just by selling that traffic over to one of our referral marketings, you get paid. So that's another way that you can monetize your writing. Number 6, write scripts for video creators. And let me tell you, if you are a good writer and you know how to write compelling language that's going to help people that are speaking that language move an audience, you are in great demand, because we are in the age of video. This is the age of YouTube and online streaming. And someone might be great at creating a video. They might be great with creating the idea, but the actual word for word, line upon line, what's the language that I should use? I use writers all the time for one reason and one reason only. Sometimes I need help getting out of my own jargon, out of my own limitations of the cultural context I come from, because I want to reach across that. So writers will help you do that. Number 7, write show notes for podcasts like this one. I've got, and you can, if you've listened to this podcast, you know that sometimes when other people are reading the show notes, like when Reagan's on or River's on or someone else, sometimes it gets very, very entertaining, because I write them a lot of times and run on sentences and misspelled words and not edited correctly. So that's why I've started using this AI software at terrywilson3.com/copy AI, because it has solved a lot of that. And so you can use that software and help other people that have podcasts and do it for them here again, and scale that work just by saying, okay, what's your 5-6 major points? What's your topic? What kind of tone do you want? And boom, you can spit it out to them and charge a premium for software that you're getting for next to nothing, for free to try out. Number 7, write show notes for podcasts. Number 8, create written content for social media. Let me tell you, if you know how to write in very concise language that's very compelling to post on social media, you could make a premium in this environment right now. Because that's where the whole town square has gone online. We used to hang out in town around the water cooler at the office, or around the barber shop or coffee shop in town. Now it's all online. And so if you know how to write in a way that gets people to respond, to react, to engage, man, I'm telling you, you will do well in writing. Number 9, produce content for local business. While you're talking to small local business owners about their social media content, don't forget the other services you can provide with them. And here again, you can use that software and help a lot of your workload there. Number 10, submit magazine articles. A lot of times we just assume that we can't reach larger media companies and magazine companies. You would be surprised by writing in saying, hey, I'm a writer and I'd like to submit this article. They might just pick you up and take you on. So don't be bashful. Don't shy away from it. Number 11, create an information product. I have created several informational products, and Writing is a key ingredient to that. So you create an informational product and sell it, and that's a way that you can monetize your writing. If you know how to cook, if you know how to lose weight, if you know how to do anything that you know people would want to know more about, then write it and sell it. You can do that and create an informational product. It don't even have to be in book form. So, but you can just do it in little PDF files and stuff. So it's just very powerful. Number 12, ghostwrite online content. Want to know a secret? When you see a byline on an article or blog post, there's a pretty good chance that the named author didn't actually write that content. Ghostwriting is not just for celebrity autobiographies, but a lot of blogs, websites hire ghostwriters. I have digitized that with Copy AI, but a lot of people don't know about that technology. So you can get the software at terrywilson3.com/copyai and then use it and resell your services, because there's tons of people out there that don't know about that. Number 13, write video game guidebooks. Streaming your gameplay isn't the only way gamers to make money online. If you know a video game inside and out, consider writing a guidebook for it and selling it as a PDF file. Number 14, create destination guides. This is something my wife and I have actually started doing as we have traveled the world and done a lot of vacations. We get asked all the time, what about Ireland? What about Scotland? What about Wales? What about Montana? What about Maine? What about Florida? What did you like out of this? What did you like? And so we have over the years sort of kept some notes and said, here's what we would recommend. Here's what, you might. And so when friends and family, say, hey, we're about to go to XYZ. We noticed you guys have been there. What would you tell us? We would already have it. And it says, we ought to take that and actually create a travel guide and publish it. So that's something that we're in the process of doing. Number 15, write poetry. Poetry may not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about making money writing online, but it's possible to turn a profit off of your poems. There are several places you can submit your poetry online for publication, and if your piece is selected, you'll get a paycheck on top of bragging rights. Here are some of the top paying online poetry publishers: The Sun Magazine, Poetry Foundation, Boulevard Magazine, Crazy Horse, and Epoch. These are all companies that pay and pay well, anywhere from $20 up to $350. So check them out. Write some poetry. Number 16, transcribe documents. Transcribing is flexible work that can pay very well once you have some quality pieces in your portfolio. High-paying transcription jobs often require experience, special equipment, and specialized medical or legal knowledge. But don't let that discourage you if you think you'd enjoy the work. You can quickly get your foot in the door by taking on a few simple, lower-paying gigs. Check out these reputable transcribing sites to learn more. Transcribe Me, QuickTate, that's QuickTate, and Tigerfish. These are all transcribing companies that you can start to work for today. Number 17, write personal essays. If you have an interesting life story, the world wants to hear them. Lots of websites pay you for the right to publish your personal essay. Further below, you'll find some publications to pitch. You could also turn your essay into a blog or a website, although you should be very strategic. If you decide to go this route, blogs dedicated to niche tend to perform exceptionally well, while personal perspective blogs do not. So just notice that. Number 18, create greeting card sayings. Someone has to write the saying and poems on greeting cards. Frequently, that someone is a freelance writer. If you think you have what it takes to create a best-selling greeting card, these companies that pay for greeting cards versus submissions pay well. Viabella, that's Viabella, Oatmeal Studios, and Blue Mountain Arts. These are all companies that pay well to create greeting cards. Number 19, write product descriptions. Some companies pay quite well to ensure that the product descriptions on their websites are clear and informative. Look for these gigs on job boards or pitch the company yourself. There are even websites you can join, such as Crowd Content, that pay you to write product descriptions for their clients. You can also find possible clients for this on sites like Upwork. So check those out. Number 20, start copywriting. Copywriting can refer to any writing that is specifically used for promotion and marketing. This can include content on websites, video scripts, blog posts, emails, you name it. Businesses use copy to promote a product or service and drive the reader to action. Some companies hire freelance copywriters. Some hire copywriters from marketing agencies and that work with multiple companies, and some have staff copywriters. You can find copywriting work on job boards all over, including Indeed and ZipRecruiter. Number 21, create email sequences. If you have software like the TW3 software, you know that part of that software's value is the ability to follow up with email and text sequences. Writing great sequences in the order and carry on that conversation in a very conversational way to keep that client moving forward is of the greatest asset a company can have. So when you can learn how to create nice, compelling email and text sequence, you can resell that service yourself as well as use it yourself. Number 22, write technical manuals. Technical writing is a lucrative field because it requires extensive knowledge of the industry you're writing for. Technical writers need to know how to take complex information and break it down into simple, easy to understand messages. So if you know something technical, writing a manual can be very lucrative. Number 23, post on a revenue sharing site. Revenue sharing sites host your content and give you a percentage of the ad revenue generated from the page in exchange. This can be a great way to gain experience writing online, since you don't have to worry about setting up your own website or driving traffic. Although you should do everything you can to market your work and encourage people to read it so that you can have greater revenue. So you need to have that blog if you can help it, but this is a great way to get started. And you can start that over at revenue sharing sites like Medium, Hub Pages, and InfoBarrel. All three of those are revenue sharing sites that you can join. Number 24, enter a writing contest. Keep an eye out for writing contests and throw your hat in the ring when you can see one. This one is a bit of a gamble because only the winners get paid, but it could well be worth your while, especially for the exposure. Some contests pay their winning surprisingly well, and winning can also be a great way to network with other publishers and content creators. Here are some reputable contests to get started. Reedsy lists over 100 writing contests, so go to REEDSY. You can go to Reedsy, check them out, and also BioPages Storytelling Contest. That's BioPages Storytelling Contest, pays $100 to $300 for winning short stories. Number 25, write a resume. With the economy the way it is right now, with everybody shuffling around with their business, having a great resume is of the greatest importance. And if you're a great writer and what is a resume? The ability to sell oneself's skills and talents for the express purposes of being hired. So if you can write a great resume, it stands to reason you could write a great resume for other people. And that's a great way to get out there and make money writing. Number 26, write and sell songs. Do you love writing music? You can sell your songwriting services online with the help of these websites. There's TuneCore.com, there's Songbay.com, there's AirGigs.com, and Nashville Songwriters Association. All of those will allow you to submit your songs to see if someone wants to pick it up and buy it. Number 27, review books. Calling all readers. Did you know you can get paid to read and review books? If you can read quickly and write engaging, objective reviews, this could be an excellent way to earn some extra money. Here are some companies that accept applications for book reviewers. Kirkus, that's Kirkus, Kirkus, Reedsy Discovery, and Online Book Club. All three of those will allow you to submit for the ability to read and review books. Number 28, do SEO writing. SEO writers are some of the best paid freelance writers because they provide the most value to their clients. These specialized writers know plenty of SEO tips, including researching keywords and integrating them into websites to make them rank higher in search results. SEMrush lists 7 SEO certification courses that you can take if you want to learn more about SEO content creation. Number 29, and finally, write sponsored content. If you have a blog, writing sponsored content is a no-brainer. Simply put, sponsored content is anything that a company pays you to write and publish on your blog. There are tons of options for companies you can work with, and some creative ways to write sponsored content that doesn't feel like advertising. Check out these trusted sponsored post networks you can join to find paid blogging opportunities. Clever.com, Acorn.com, Izea.com, IZEA, Aspire IQ, and Blog Meets Brand. All of those will pay you to have sponsored content on your blog. Those are 29 ways that you can freelance right now to start writing and getting paid online. Also, go to terrywilson3.com/writer. That's terrywilson3.com/writer. There's opportunities over there to earn up to $40 an hour working from home. And if you are already in the blogging space, content creation space, and you need a tool that will help you pound out some content, some compelling content that's spelled correctly, thank you, Jesus, then go to terrywilson3.com/copyai. That's terrywilson3.com/copyai. It has dramatically helped me clean up some of my written content for you poor folks that have read emails and things that I've had to write myself over the years. I can only say I'm sorry. But anyway, let it serve as a notice to everyone. If this old boy from Ruth, North Carolina, Joyce Wilson's boy that dropped out of college after just a few weeks and all I was taking was public speaking and badminton. If I can make it, then who among us cannot make it? If I can make it online, if I can etch out a living for speaking, for writing, and for doing all these things that I am woefully uneducated for, then the most average among us, all you have to be is persistent and push through any pushbacks, ignore the criticism, ignore the naysayers and haters, because haters are going to hate. But for you guys out there that know you're made by, from, and for the purposes of greatness, that there's greatness on the inside of you, then it is incumbent upon you. It is your duty to go find that thing that lights you up and do it, because no one's going to do it for you. So this was episode 545, Writers Needed. Get paid up to $40 an hour. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, you know what I would really like? You don't have to buy anything. You don't even get involved in anything, but something that would just help me. Go to terrywilson3.com/review. That's terrywilson3.com/review, and offer me a review. I'd love to have your feedback if it's critical, and I'd love to have your positive review if you got, because the good reviews is how we promote our business, our brand, our podcast, our message, what we're putting out there. Because what is our message? Our message is this, that I can't promise you success tomorrow. I can't promise you success next week, but I can promise you this: you will never be happy. You will never be content. You will never be fulfilled until you take that which has been put on the inside of you and put it to work and find your purpose that's wrapped up in your passion and go do it, because you are worth more.
Thank you for listening to our show today. If you have any questions or would like to speak with us about your goals, then please call or text us at 864-507-9696. Reach out to us online at terrywilson3.com.